to the way of saints.
Today we're going to be talking to you about Saint Julia,
and she's a patron of torture victims, to name a few.
Saint Julia was born to noble aristocrat parents in Carthage. Over time, Carthage was subject to many barbaric attacks which weakened its defences. On one attack, by the king of Vandals, she was captured and she was sold into slavery. She was purchased by a pagan merchant of Syria named Eusebius. Even during the most daunting chores, Julia had never complained or felt sorry for herself. By being patient and cheerful, Julia was able to find comfort in her place in the world. Julia passionately loved God, and when she was not working under a master's commands, Julia had devoted her time towards praying and reading books of piety. Eusebius was charmed by Julia's commitment and devotion, and felt it was right to bring her along with him to his journey to Goa, where France is now. When they had reached the northern part of the island, which was then called Corsica, he had anchored his ship to join a pagan idolatrous festival. Julia was left on her own for some distance away from the festival because she refused to be defiled by the superstitious ceremonies that she had openly hated.
The governor of the island, whose name was Felix, was a narrow-minded pagan who wanted everything to go his way. He noticed Julia standing outside of the festival and not participating, and he felt that she was insulting the gods. Eusebius had already informed Felix that she would not participate since she was a Christian, and despite his authority over her, he would not change her mind. Eusebius also explained that he couldn't bear parting with her as she was such a diligent servant.
Felix would not accept this. He offered Eusebius 4 of his best female slaves in exchange for Julia, but Eusebius refused.
Eusebius replied, "No, all of you are worth not enough to purchase her, for I will freely lose the most valuable thing I have in the world rather than be deprived of her."
Not content, Felix prepared a banquet and waited until Eusebius felt intoxicated and fell into a deep sleep before he could make his next move. Felix found Julia alone and unprotected. He tried to get her to sacrifice to his gods. He told her that if she sacrificed to the gods, he would grant her freedom. But Julia refused, as she said, "My freedom is to serve Christ, whom I love every single day in all the purity of my soul."
Felix was angered by her words and tortured her, so she was killed in the 5th century.
So Nevin, what can we learn about this saint?
So Saint Julia, she kept loyal to her faith despite being tortured. And we can reflect this into our lives by not giving up on God once he's not giving us what we needed. So we can always pray to God, and we can always offer up stuff for God.
So Nigel, would you like to end this episode for us?
Saint Julia,
Pray for us.